you go.
Every Saturday, rain or shine, you'll see a line in Penn North along West North Avenue right around noon as people wait to get their weekly dose of love and cornbread.
I'm here because I would like to come here to get a nice little warm little sandwich or something to take back home and eat. It's nice to come around here and get it. And thank God for the people that's helping.
I come out every Saturday for this.
This Saturday tradition that now feeds about 200 people a week started with Sue May back in 2020.
I was kind of sad about the state of the world, and I cooked up a bunch of homemade mac and cheese, brought it down here to Penn North, and just handed it out to people. And I didn't have a big plan. I wasn't even sure what I was doing, but people responded. And the fact that the food was homemade and that it was made with love really made a difference. And I started having great conversations with people.
People like Coach, who jumped in and started helping Sue hand out her food as the number of people grew.
You make somebody else feel good. You make them smile. You give them hope. Like, we ain't a hopeless city. Like, we got good people here. There's always good people here.
What started as a few good people handing out food transformed into Love and Cornbread, a grassroots organization made up of volunteers who take food that would otherwise go to waste and turn it into a delicious meal.
The reason it's called Love and Cornbread is that cornbread is comforting. We want to feed people like they would be fed if you came to my home.
Hi, we have breakfast burritos today.
But it's not just about the food.
It's about having a joyful moment here in the community, bringing people together. And there aren't enough moments in life in Baltimore City where people from all over the city come together and have a dance party.
And every Saturday at noon along West North Avenue, people do just that while getting a weekly dose of love and cornbread. I'm Brianna Ross, WBAL TV 11 News.
Love and Cornbread delivers about 80 meals to seniors in the Penn North neighborhood every week. They serve about 20,000 meals a year, and they plan to start a catering service to help fund their mission. For more information on how you can help, you can visit our website. Well, today, of course, is Pie Day. And Hazelwood Elementary Middle School's home economics class got to whip up some chicken pot pie. Thanks to a grant from the Heart of the Schools Foundation, the elementary school remodeled its kitchen space. Wow, those looked really good. While these types of programs aim to expand students' culinary horizons, they're also learning more than just kitchen skills.
We want to get them to work together, learn to work together, even if you don't possibly might not be too fond of a person that you're in the class with, but we want to teach them to work together to get the job done, to get a bigger goal.
It's smart that the kids get to learn how to cook because, you know, some kids don't really get the opportunity to cook when they're at home. So it's good that they have a cooking class here so they can learn how to cook.
Well, some other treats the students have learned to cook include chocolate-covered strawberries, hamburgers, and garlic bread.